Right? Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now this lesson is going to be based on this magnitude 5.5 earthquake that struck off the coast of Oregon as activity along the Pacific Ring of Fire increases. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. This is a magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck off the coast of Oregon early Monday morning. The U.S. Geological Survey said that the earthquake struck at 4:35 PDT, about 135 miles west from Bandon, Oregon, at a depth of about 6 miles. So far, the USGS says only a few coastal residents reported feeling the shaking. It's unknown at this time whether any damage, injuries, or deaths have been reported. However, there is no tsunami risk. This comes after a 5.6 magnitude earthquake rattled Northern California, and major back-to-back earthquakes struck Venezuela last Wednesday. Days later, heightened seismic activity across the Pacific Ring of Fire brought earthquakes to Japan, the Philippines, and Nicaragua on Friday. Yeah, so a lot of earthquake activity has been happening throughout the world. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the Lord has been visiting a lot of different countries, a lot of different parts of the world with earthquakes. Some more intense and destructive and deadly than others. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And when you look up the definition of diverse, it means many or multiple. And clearly there are earthquakes happening in many and in multiple places all over the world. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder, and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. Yeah, and all of these earthquakes that have been happening all over the world are signs. Signs of the Lord visiting the world which he made. Second Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And all of these earthquakes are just some of the danger. You still have the love of many waxing cold the violence amongst the people, the shootings, the stabbings, the riots. Still have wars and rumors of wars, fires, storms, and tempests, famines, diseases, power outages. You still have a laundry list of other events that are taking place throughout the world that are adding to these being dangerous times. But this is all happening because we are living in the days of vengeance. And these judgments are all coming from the Lord. This is all his wrath and his anger being poured out upon the earth to punish these wicked people. And we're living in the last days. And those of us of the hopeful elect who have been blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, we understand that. So we're not surprised in any way that these events are taking place. The only ones who are surprised are these wicked, simple-minded, ignorant people who don't pay attention. Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And you see, those of us of the hopeful elect, we are the prudent. We're the ones always on our watch, always being circumspect, always, taking what we see and filtering it through the scriptures to see if it matches up with prophecy. Meanwhile, these simple-minded, folly-filled, wicked, ignorant people out here, they just worry about, the next cookout, what next bar or club they're going to go hang out at, where their next vacation is going to be, worried about a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. And in their folly and in their simplicity, they don't even know that the judgment of the Lord is about to be brought upon them. And like a thief in the night, the judgment of the Lord falls upon them, consumes and destroys them. And that's been happening, and it's going to continue to happen. That's the simple passing on and being punished. Because the men of the Lord, first and foremost, have been warning these people, and to this day continue to warn the people of what's going to be happening in these last days. But these wicked, simple-minded people, they don't listen. They want to do what they want to do. Even though them doing what they want to do is going to result in them getting destroyed. But that's the way that the Lord set it up. There are some people that are meant to be saved, but most of these people are meant to be destroyed. And we just have to accept that. And we have to continue to focus on trying to make our calling and election sure. Because time is very quickly running out, and more destruction and chaos and intense judgments are on the way. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakudash, the water Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Aquath. Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.